Welcome to Knox Community Schools podcast, telling our story. Hello, and welcome to another podcast for Knox Community Schools. I'm your host, Mr. Mick, Superintendent at Knox Community Schools. Our podcasts aim to share important information and highlight the success stories of our students, staff, and families at Knox. Through this podcast, we strive to positively impact our students and community. We strive to tell our story. So some quick upcoming events that we have. We'd like to wish all of our spring extracurricular activities the best of luck. We have the musical Mamma Mia, which is our topic today. That is going to be in the auditorium. April 25th and 26th, which is at 7 o'clock. And the 27th, the show is at 2. Also a reminder that May 5th is a contingency day. We do not have school that day. And the last day of school for students is May 30th. Graduation is June 6th. So Ms. Hahn, how are we doing today?
We're doing as well as we can be expected this close to a show.
There you go. You are our first repeat guest here on the podcast, so congratulations to that.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Absolutely. So just give our listeners a little bit about you, and then we'll roll right into the musical Mamma Mia.
Well, I'm Terrill Hahn. I have been teaching here for 38 years and directing the plays and musicals for about 35 of those years.
That's amazing.
And I'm retiring.
Yes, congratulations to that too. So the musical Mamma Mia, how did we come up with this idea of this musical?
Well, it's a rather popular Broadway show, and then there were a couple of movies.
Okay.
And the music is really popular because it's the music of ABBA. And for the last couple of years, I've had students saying, Ms. Hahn, can't we do Mamma Mia for our musical? And we thought it was a really good fit this year with the talent that we have and the roles in this show.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute, because that's something, my experience, right, is not in the musical and the play and that. So how do you take your talent and roll that into a show? What is the thought process behind that?
Well, we have to think about what kind of singers that we have when we're doing a musical. Can they act too? And how challenging are the roles that they're playing? For most of the time, we are girl heavy. Okay. With students participating in the plays and the musicals. So we always have to consider that. And then when we have years where we've got several boys that we think, could play these different roles, then we pick a show. And this is actually a very well-balanced year, and we have had for a couple of years. So we have a nice mix of girls and guys to play, because there are basically 8 main roles, 4 girls, 4 guys. And so we had to make sure that, I think we can do this. That's awesome. I'm excited to check this out here on our show dates. One more quick question for you. What can our listeners expect? Like, if you had to give a couple sentences overview of what to expect from our musical, how would you describe it? Well, it's very high energy. If you love the music of ABBA or anything from the late 70s or early 80s, that kind of music, then there's a lot of dancing and singing, and there's a lot of comedy to it. So it's a lot of fun. Awesome. I'm excited about it. Well, we have a group of students out of here also today. Very excited to see them. I always love getting students on the podcast. Let's talk about them a little bit as a group first. Let's talk about the time and the commitment that it takes to put on a great musical performance. What does that look like? Well, we have to start about 8 or 9 weeks ahead of when we're going to perform. We could start earlier, but then there's cost involved because musical materials are rented and they don't become ours afterwards like a play script does. So we always have to keep that in mind. But we typically rehearse 3 hours a night, 4 nights a week. We just spent last Saturday here from 9 to 4. We did a couple of rehearsals during spring break. So it's a big time commitment. Yeah. It always impresses me, you students, as I'm looking at each one of you, you're keeping up your grades right now, right? We just got a third quarter, going to fourth quarter, school's coming towards the end. We got finals, right, coming up. You guys are maintaining your academics. Some of you are involved in other extracurricular activities on top of trying to memorize all the scripts and the songs. And I mean, wow, that's impressive. Yes, and choreography.
and dancing on top of that.
And dancing.
It really is impressive, and that's what I love about all of our extracurriculars and everything that we offer is that, it really makes you a well-rounded student. It really does. So kudos to each one of you here that are in front of me. We do want to get to them. So Ms. Hahn, why don't you kind of introduce them and their roles here as we're going through here.
Okay, well, I believe first up is Cole Jordan. This is Cole's first show, and he is playing the role of Sky, who is engaged to Sophie, and the storyline revolves around their wedding. And so here's Cole.
All right. So Cole, or should I say Sky, right? Which one do you want to be called here today?
Hey, whatever you want.
All right, deal. So tell me a little bit about your character that you're playing.
So Sky is a cocky, full of himself, but yet he's sensible and he's really done a lot for the island that they live on.
Okay, so I don't know the whole play, right? So help me understand a little bit more. So there's an island, and what is Sky's character like? Is there a relationship? Who's that person with? Like, what else is it about Sky?
So Sky is the fiance to Sophie,
Okay.
who is the main character, and I'm blanking.
You want me to help you out?
Yes.
Go ahead, you can jump into this.
Okay, so Sky is engaged to Sophie.
Yes.
The plot is that they are getting married, but Sophie's never met her father, and there are 3 potential fathers. So Sophie is a central character, but so is her mother, Donna.
Okay.
And
so
Sophie,
that's the plot.
Yes, and Sophie has invited these 3 men to her wedding and didn't tell her mother, because she read her mother's diary and learned all of this.
All right. Well, that's going to be interesting. Yes. All right. So, Cole, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Why don't we bring up Sophie next, since that name has popped up multiple times. All right. Give us your name.
My name is Arabella Phipps.
Hi, Arabella. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. So you play Sophie.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
She is so fun. I love her. She has some crazy ideas and does some crazy things, but she's really fun and very lovable.
Awesome. So Sophie is the fiance to Sky.
Yes.
Right. What other dramatic events, I guess, occur with Sophie?
Dramatic events. Oh my gosh.
Or other twists that occur?
So she's very headstrong, so at certain points she gets upset with her mother, of course. And she only wants, like, her whole idea throughout the whole thing is focused on her father until the character development at the end, she realizes that it's okay if she doesn't know who her father is.
Interesting. Interesting. Very good. And how have you taken onto the character? Are you adjusting well?
It's a lot, honestly. The lines, the music, the dance, everything, but it all comes together very well, and it works amazing to learn.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much. Best of luck to you.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Ms. Hahn, who do we have next?
Well, let's bring on Sophie's mother, Donna.
All right.
Aislinn McManaway.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. Say your name real quick so everyone knows.
I'm Aislinn McManaway, and I'm playing Donna.
All right. Tell us a little bit about Donna. Donna's mom, right?
Yes.
What kind of mom traits does she have?
I don't know. She was like this big rock star during the 70s. She ended up getting pregnant. So,
Okay.
But so she has this like idealistic of like female independence. So she's very independent and headstrong, like a lot like Sophie in that way. But she's also very sensitive. And throughout this whole entire musical, you see her like almost lose that sense of like independence and sensibility because she's so like out of her element. She's very stressed, and then she sees her 3 past love interests there, and so she's just stressed and she's scared, and she's like, my daughter's gonna find out, and it's just very stressful for her. But at the same time, she has her 2 best friends there, so she's kind of like letting loose, and it's fun to play that part.
That's good.
It's stressful though.
Yeah, well, it sounds like there's a lot going on there with mom here. She's got many irons in the fire. Excellent. All right, Ms. Hahn, who do we have next?
I'm Sini King.
She's playing one of Donna's best friends, Tanya.
Okay, so you're one of mom's, right? Best friends.
I don't have any kids, but yeah, I am one of Sophie's mom's best friends.
Okay, and what type of role do you play, and what is that relationship like?
It's really fun. It's being a character on stage is always so much fun because you develop actual relationships with the characters you're playing relationships with, and it's been really fun playing the character that I play because I would say that I have more modest tendencies, And switching from my everyday character to like a character that I don't have has been like kind of like a fun experience, but a fun experience of like trying a different personality almost is kind of what it feels like.
Do you guys, and this might be a question for the group, that you get into character, right? I mean, it's a mindset. You have to change your mindset and you get into that character. Do you find yourself, that character comes out like later at home or during the school day? Does that happen?
Honestly, for me, it doesn't, honestly.
No? So you can divide it.
It's a completely different act.
Yeah,
I put on a different personality when I'm on that stage. Like, I'm thinking about, oh, she's upset at this part. I need to, like, scratch my arm, or I need to mess with my fingers. It's small things like that, and it's a completely, like, I completely separate the two. It's like a different
I'd have to say, agree.
You do the same thing?
Oh yeah, I would definitely say that I do the same thing.
I'm like getting into character, not during the plays. Like when I'm at home and I'm just like, huh, the sun was beating down. Huh, Kalahari. Huh. And I'm like just like remembering a random line from the play, and I just like, couldn't do it, and then like do the whole scene. Just like at random.
Keyword. Someone says something. I'm
Yeah.
Like, oh, like that's a little.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you, Ms. Hahn. Who do we have next?
Let's bring up Donna's other good friend, Rosie. This is
Okay.
Rylan Jordan.
I'm Rylan Jordan, and I play Rosie.
Okay. And what is Rosie's script here? What is her involvement?
She is also one of Donna's best friends and really close with Tanya. She's a hoot. She's funny. She's like a stocky, funny little old woman. Rosie's, she's very independent, more than Donna, I would say.
Okay. And how has your transition been going back and forth between the two characters?
I honestly feel like I'm a lot like her. I don't know. Like, not in the independent way, just like funny, like, you know, goofing off, doesn't really.
Always cutting out.
Yeah. But this is my first show, and it's been a lot of fun. This role is like a lot of fun to do. So.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Ms. Hahn, who do we have next?
Well, our other two gentlemen are two of the three potential dads.
All right. Well,
So we'll bring up Peyton Miller.
I say we can bring both on at the same time if you want. So you guys give me your names.
My name is Logan Park, and I play Bill.
My name is Peyton Miller, and I play Harry.
So you're the mysterious dads.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about your roles here with the musical.
Well, I'm Bill. I play this, like, you know, really adventurous explorer who just travels around the world, going from country to country. And at one point, you know, I met Donna, and that happened, and then I left. And, well, now I'm getting an invitation back at random 20 years later.
Interesting. All right. Best of luck.
21, actually.
21, actually. Yeah.
All right. And?
I play Harry. He's kind of, he's like an ex-hippie kind of guy, and he like grows out of it. He moves to London, and he becomes a banker. And then he also gets an invitation 21 years later.
So do we ever find out who the dad is?
You'll have to come.
Yeah, you'll have to come to the show. You'll have to come to the show.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a great way to answer that question.
Could be me. Could be you.
It's probably me.
It's probably me.
Don't forget, there's a third dad.
Oh yeah, he's got to speak for himself
Forget about
too, right?
Yeah, there's a third. Yeah.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Ms. Hahn, you have a great cast here. I really like just the excitement, I'll use that word intensity that they have for this play. Anything else you'd like to say to our listeners?
This is just, like the core group of the cast. I've got several other cast members that back them up. The chorus, we have a pretty big chorus, and they do a terrific job. They keep having to pop into songs, just randomly. And so they've been great too. And we have a great stage crew. And the other staff that are working with us, I couldn't do this on my own. So
it takes a family. It takes a team.
It does. Yep.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Like I said, I'm excited to come check it out. I wish you guys all the best of luck in the musical. Is there anything else you guys want to add? Is there any behind-the-scenes stories that have occurred? And there's laughs, so I know that there's stories that anyone would like to tell.
During lunch last Saturday, we all kind of took the liberty to just go out together, and like I was speaking about earlier, earlier, is like that is one of like the greatest things about musical is like it pulls kids from all different kinds of activities, and it really creates just a family inside of the auditorium between your stage crew and your chorus kids and your directors, and it's such a powerful atmosphere when so many different personalities get together and kind of like morph into one personality together, and a personality that you would have never thought that you would experience it on your own. So
very cool. And that's just the development of you guys, as a whole and being together. Love the support that you guys have for each other. Love the energy you brought into the room today. Thank you guys very much. I definitely appreciate you guys coming. And a reminder, the musical Mamma Mia again, that is on April 25th at 7, April 26th at 7, and April 27th at 2. That's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we're parking behind the school, right, at the auditorium entrance?
The auditorium entrance, yes.
Is there a fee to get in?
$10.
$10 per person?
Yes.
Excellent. Anything else our listeners need to know about that day, or those days?
It's a great show. You'll have a lot of fun.
Excellent. Well, we're definitely excited for that. So thank you for listening to another Telling Our Story podcast. Our goal is to do one podcast each week and highlight the amazing accomplishments of our staff and students. Thank you for listening to Knox Community Schools podcast, Telling Our Story.